Are you having back issues longer than you should? If you have back issues and back pain for the past 3 months or more, you've come to the right place. This is Dr. Lin with Empowerment Physical Therapy, and today I want to talk to you about some of the natural ways we alleviate your back issues. If you've tried pain medications, creams, injections, and none of that's worked, and you don't want any of that anymore, you've come to the right place. Because today I'm going to talk to you about some of the natural ways we can alleviate the pressure in your back by using simple tools that we've given to some of our clients who've experienced back pain longer than they should and have wondered why they're having back pains and why is it lasting for so long. In spite of all the imagings that they've had, the injections, the pills, the creams, things that they've tried across over the counter, where it's alleviate the pressure, but it hasn't solved the root cause of their problem. And that's where a lot of sufferings come from. So this is a massage ball. One of the things that you can do to alleviate some of the pressure in your back is to put this ball right on the top of your tush, or wherever you kind of feel the pain. So we'll do the top of the cheek, your top cheek. I'm going to lean back on the wall and I'm just going to roll side to side on the top of the cheek. We'll do one cheek at a time. While you're putting pressure on there, I'm also kind of getting a lay of the land to see where some of my hot spots are. Once I find the hot spots, I just kind of roll in and dig in, and I go slow. And I nudge, but don't push. And that will alleviate some of the pressure in your back. Right on the top of the tush, and then we'll do the bottom of the tush thereafter. This actually feels like a nice, good self-massage spot. So that's what I would do. Spend about a minute or two on each spot. Given that the tush is a large muscle, do both sides. And why do I say that? That's because anything we do on one side, I like to do it to the other, so we can even things out. The next thing that I'm going to have you do is to then put it on the side. So find where your hip is and go right below, and then lean against the wall. And then we're going to go side to side. Nothing on the bone, just right in the muscle. And you'll feel that tension in there, side to side. Take the nods out, take the nods out. Might be bumpy or ropey as you go through it. Nudge, but don't push. Once you get it laid in the land, you know where some of the hot spots are. That's when you then dig in there. The next thing I'm going to have you do is then put it right in between your tush, where your tailbone is, and put it right above that. So put the ball right above the tailbone. Your tailbone is a triangle that sits in the middle between your tush that holds it together. So you can kind of go side to side on the triangle to see where some of the spots are, and put some pressure on top of that tailbone, and you'll feel where the pain is. Lean in there a little bit, and then dig it out. Work out on some of the soft tissue stuff. If the pressure on the massage ball is too much, I would go down to a tennis ball. If the pressure on the massage ball is too little, I would go up to a baseball. Now, when you use a baseball, there's laces on the baseball, so it's harder to row. I would just kind of put some deep pressure through the baseball and not move it too much. So that's what you could do with the massage ball to naturally alleviate some of the pressure and pain in your lower back if you've been dealing with back issues longer than you should. This is what we call a massage roller. So one of the things that you can do if you have back pain, you can do this in a chair. I'm going to demonstrate. You can see it. I'm going to roll the inside of my thigh. And this is going to loosen up some of the pressure in your back. Because the inside of your thigh talks to your back. Ooh, I can feel that one. I can definitely feel that. What I want you to do is to not put too much pressure on there, but enough to kind of get things moving in the right direction. If it's too tender, back off a little bit. If it's not enough, kind of push in. So kind of push in and row. And do it for both sides. The next thing I want you to do is to row the inside of your calf. And that'll loosen up some of the tension you might have. These guys, the inside of your calf and the inner thigh, talks to your back on a regular basis. If this is tight, it's going to engage your back a lot quicker than it should, and keeps it on and keeps it engaged for much longer. So these are some of the things that you could do to alleviate the pressure in your back. The next step in the process, once you've kind of reset and alleviate the pressure, all these things that we're teaching you today are reset tools. What do we mean by reset? That loosens things up, decreases the pain. The same way you restart a computer. The next step in our phase of recovery is the strengthening aspect of it. We call it reinforce or reload. So we'll reload your system before we reinforce that new behavior. So reloading, the next phase of your recovery, is to build your strength up and to give you things that makes your body more robust so that you can keep that window of improvement open for much longer and that you can do things much longer. That's where the thing and the beauty begins. And that's how you bulletproof your back. Because if you just reset it, it'll open that window of improvement, but that window of improvement will decrease the moment you step outside. And when you get back to doing the things you used to do on a regular basis. Strengthening allows to keeps that window of improvement for much longer. So that by the time you get back, that window stays open and you can capitalize on that window and move you in the right direction. So that's it for today. As we have gone over the two things that you can do with the lacrosse ball and the massage roller. Anyhow, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us.